Live from the Sky News Weather Centre, this is the 10-minute briefing.
5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. It's just gone 3:30 p.m. if you're joining us live from Darwin. I'm Samantha Chiari, joined by our meteorologist Tristan Myers. Tristan, we have a lot to get through.
We do. We have the season's 7th tropical cyclone, Marcus. It's formed today near the Arafura Sea, and guess what? It's beginning to make landfall right now across parts of the Crocker Island region and around the Coburg Peninsula. So that's going to cause those conditions to get really intense, and we're looking at the impacts for Darwin to really ramp up into tomorrow. So we'll talk about that, and then also taking a look overseas, just briefly, at what's been happening with the snow in the United States.
Let's get straight into it first, taking a look at the radars across the top end, and we're just starting to see the shower and thunderstorm activity ramp up for places like Darwin.
Yeah, they had 16 millimeters now since 9 a.m. this morning. It's very easy to see the center of the low now starting to make a landfall somewhere near the peninsulas around there. And let's take a look at the latest warning and watch areas, because we still have a tropical cyclone warning between Daly River Mouth and Meningrida, including Darwin and the Tiwi Islands. As a Category 1 system, Marcus is gusting up to 120 kilometers an hour right now, so it's just shy of the threshold for Category 2 tropical cyclone, and it is anticipated to strengthen into a Cat 2 right before it makes landfall. So that could be within the next hour or two that we see it strengthen into a Category 2 tropical cyclone. But as it crosses tonight and into tomorrow, it will weaken somewhat as it interacts with land. Darwin expected to see their worst conditions tomorrow late morning and into the afternoon.
Now, for more on our Cyclone Marcus, our Sky News Northern Australia correspondent Nat Cunningham found this a little earlier.
According to locals, the first sight of dragonflies in Darwin is usually a sign that the dry season is on its way. But their appearance today was a false alarm. Despite days of clear and dry conditions, the Weather Bureau warned that a cyclone was on its way.
For Darwin, we can expect to see the start of the weather to pick up from this evening. So we'll see, first of all, just some squally showers pass through Darwin, and that will be really from probably around midnight tonight, and they're expected to continue right through till dawn tomorrow morning. So it'll be in the early hours of Saturday morning that we start to see the cyclone impact on Darwin. It's a Category 1 system, which means that we can expect to see winds in the 100 kilometres plus.
It's been a wetter than usual wet season, but Darwin has been spared a cyclone until now. Authorities are warning residents not to take any unnecessary risks.
Have a plan. Make sure that you've got somewhere to shelter, and also when the winds and the gales start to pick up, make sure you don't move around. It's the safest place to be.
About 7,000 people had been expected here at TIO Stadium on Saturday for the Northern Territory Football League Grand Final. That event has now been postponed until at least Sunday, while the Tiwi Islands Grand Final, which was due to be held on Sunday, has also been postponed. But with the cyclone set to coincide with St Patrick's Day celebrations, police expect to have their work cut out. Matt Cunningham, Sky News, Darwin.
And we'll be keeping you posted here throughout the night, especially into tomorrow, with live coverage on Cyclone Marcus at Sky News Weather, of course. Now, the other major talking point this weekend, Tristan, let's not forget about the southeast. Yeah. Dangerous fire weather and intense heat.
Yes, severe fire danger already forecast for a large area of South Australia and Victoria, and it's just going to be ramping up throughout the weekend and moving into New South Wales in particular. We're already seeing potentially some of the hottest days in about 14 years for autumn. That includes you in Sydney, parts of the Hunter and the Illawarra.
For more on this, our Sky News Melbourne reporter Ella Duffy found this.
It's been a mild week of weather for Victorians, but that's all about to change. Authorities are urging residents across Western and Central Victoria to prepare for elevated fire danger this weekend, as hot and dry conditions hit much of the state. Temperatures there will soar into the mid-30s on Saturday, up to 10 degrees above average for this time of year. The state is also in the midst of a dry spell, with less than a fifth of the normal rain falling for parts of the Mallee and Wimmera, including Mildura. It's created exceptionally dry vegetation and plenty of fuel to burn for bushfires. Authorities also fear hot and dry northerly winds would fan flames. Any fires could quickly become out of control. Thankfully, the heat won't stay long and there is a reprieve in sight. A windy, showery change is expected to drop temperatures on Sunday morning. Ella Duffy, Sky News, Melbourne.
And in terms of the fire weather warnings, well, they've just been issued. Severe fire danger, as predicted, Tristan, across much of Victoria.
Exactly. Let's take a look at the latest fire danger warning areas. We have severe fire danger tomorrow, not only for Victoria, across central, the north central, northern, Wimmera, Mallee, and southwest, but also the upper, lower south, east of South Australia, the Mount Lofty Ranges, and the mid-north and Flinders region of South Australia. So in severe fire danger, that means total fire bans in effect, and also any fires that start will quickly become out of control and unpredictable. Notice elevated fire danger also extends as far to the east as the greater Hunter region tomorrow. So now's the time you got to think about what you're going to be doing in the event of a major bushfire burning near you.
And of course, we'll be keeping you updated across the weekend with the increase in fire weather across the south tomorrow. And then our attention will be shifting towards eastern Australia. Tristan will have more on that shortly in his analysis report. For the time being, though, stick with us. It isn't just Australia that's had severe weather. We've had more snow hit parts of the United States. We'll tell you where in just 60 seconds. And of course, we have the rest of your local weather forecast tomorrow.